Hey guys, Chris here with Work to Game, and today I'd like to talk about my day one impressions of Call of Duty WWII. Now, it's been out about 24 hours now. I've had a chance to play it quite a bit on my own with friends, and there were a couple technical issues, and so when I would go out and kind of look to see are other people experiencing what I'm experiencing, are there kind of tricks I can look out for, maybe it's just when I'm with groups that it's falling apart, so we should all be playing separately. I really saw a huge backlash from the community. I'm seeing that Metacritic is, putting it up around previous titles, and the user ratings are much, much lower, and the forum sections are really toxic right now. And so, as it becomes probably our future game night game here, that we're going to be playing every single week with our friends, a few of my friends have said, are we sure we want to jump into this? I'm seeing a lot of negative reviews, and I want to remind people of something as part of my review. This is not new. So let's look at the good and the bad, and then I'll give my opinion overall of where this particular title stands. Now, I think that if I were representing Call of Duty, I would say, you know what, we've come a long way since our first title, which was like 100,000 copies at the time, to now they sell like 30 million copies a title, and this is not their first go-round. Activision has built huge studios that kind of take turns coming out with these. It's not our first World War II, it's not our first Modern Warfare, and server structure is hard. When you have that kind of wave pushing into something all at once, it's complex. I'm not a network engineer, but I don't think it's as simple as just plugging in a couple extra laptops to give it more power. So cut us some slack, give us a break. It's a huge push of people trying to get in all on the same day. And looking at the server load, if I was running a business, spinning up a whole bunch of extra resources for what really is most likely going to peter out over the first week. We might see another brief pop around Thanksgiving holidays when everybody's off school and off work, and maybe again when kids get out of school, and then maybe again around Christmas. But those should each be getting better than the last as you have this push, because in the first 19 hours you have people who've played 18 and a half of them, and so that's an artificial pace. They can't keep that pace up. And so you have people who are adding to the server load that would traditionally only play during maybe the peak hours that fit their lifestyle. So just give us a break. It's the same great game you've known and trusted us for. We haven't really increased our prices. It's still $60 for the basic, $100 for a collector's. It's gonna be fine. And so I understand where Activision comes saying, nope, if your router's working fine, your Xbox is working fine, deal with it. And they've really been pretty silent. As a consumer, the silence is angering. You have, 3 or 4 different major error codes that keep hitting people over and over. There's no explanation, no definition from them. They've only had really kind of 2 major points in the first 24 hours here that they've tweeted out. Yeah, there's a few issues, we're working on them. You can expect brief or minor delays. And then you've got people sitting in a load screen for 2 or 3 hours without getting a game in. So as a player, I would feel pretty upset. I think that, especially if you took off work or if you plan on staying up all night. But to that, the question is this your first Call of Duty? Because this isn't new or different than any previous launches have been, or launches of other games from other developers. So I can understand why people are upset about Activision. I think Activision absolutely could have handled it better, could have been more vocal. Maybe there's a way to kind of spin this out where maybe pre-order people get a full 48 hours before. You don't want them getting too far in advance, but to kind of get that 48-hour push out where they're getting tired as your people who didn't pre-order kind of join in the mix. Yeah, so to kind of put those together, I would say you need to relax. You bought the game to be like the last kind of early World War II-esque, Call of Duty. Sorry, I lost my words there. And it is. When I go to read reviews, if it has the word campaign in it, you can ignore the review, because I don't care. Because over the life of this game, I'll be lucky if I play the campaign once, and it has no effect on what I think of multiplayer. If you're looking at server stability at launch, I think I would look at the track record of the franchise and of the parent company itself. And Call of Duty has a history of running great the majority of days over the life of a game. So I would trust them that this is going to get better. And if you really don't feel well about that, and you feel that $60 is a lot of money and that you deserve better, then I would say wait. Wait until it's been 3-4 weeks and it's either gotten better or it hasn't. And if you don't want to wait that long, you do have to take that risk. You have to jump, you have to leap, and you have to trust that it's going to have some issues now. I played the morning after it launched, so it launched at midnight. I played 3 matches before I had to go to work, and it ran fine. When I got home that night and everybody else got home, it ran like junk. And then as people went to bed, my brother and I, we hung out, we talked about things, we played some Xbox free games with gold and stuff like that. And then around midnight, we tried to get on, and we played from midnight to like 3 in the morning. Everything ran fine. So obviously, a lot of this is based around peak hours, and they are adjusting. Maybe they are spinning up additional servers. Maybe they are, whatever they're doing, it's working. It's fine. And maybe they're not doing anything. Maybe they're just waiting for us to chill the heck out. I live in Dallas, and when the hurricane hit not that long ago, we ran out of gasoline here. And then everybody's like, wow, they fixed it within a few days. And the gas company's like, we didn't fix anything. We just let you guys stop freaking out, and we just supplied as normal. So we're hitting them pretty hard. We're playing huge amounts, and we're all, you know, the moment it says, hey, it's not ready right now, we're saying, try again, try again, try again. So their servers are getting slammed with hundreds of requests by every single person that can't get on, which is hard on servers. And so I think that the game is good. The things that I look for is, are the guns balanced? They appear to be. Are the levels good? They appear to be. I have a few favorites already. I have a few that aren't quite my cup of tea, but I think they're all pretty good, and it shocks me how many there are. And I'm afraid to say the number because I feel like they're going to add more, and so that will slowly become out of date. And actually, I played 40 matches, and then I got loaded into a map I hadn't seen yet. So I don't know that I'm right. So it'd be really cool to know there's more. Are the game modes fun? Yes, I've tried them all. They're great, and they're nothing new. They're the same game mode, same types of maps, same types of gun variety that you see from other similar Call of Duty titles. It's the same type of gameplay. They've moved to that more like talk to NPCs instead of menus, like you see in like Destiny 2 for your central area, your load screen where you're doing all your customization. You're talking to a guy about upgrading guns and a guy about upgrading your factions and all that. And I'm fine with that. I've already prestiged weapons. I've already had a chance to experience lots of things. We've played quite a few matches. I think that overall, my review is that yes, Activision could have communicated better, but if you're one of the people that's like, I want my money back. Well, if you want your money back, do you want to return the game? Because I don't think you do. I think you want the game for the next, year, and it's going to be awesome. And I don't think you need to expect anything in return. They said they would deliver us a game and as stable servers as they could, and they have. I feel as a business, we don't continue to give them subscriptions or anything like that, so it's a little less justifiable to me for us to get upset at how much money we give them when you compare that to things like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy not being ready on launch day, where I do pay for that. I give you continued money over and over and over that amounts to hundreds of dollars a year, year after year after year. As opposed to Call of Duty, I really give you $60 for this one title to be great, and it is. It's everything a Call of Duty game is. So if you like Call of Duty games, this game is going to be just as good as all the other ones. If you like certain eras over others, I don't really like the super futuristic ones, but I like the old school ones. Perfect. That's what it is. This game gave me no surprises. It's exactly what it promised to be, no more, no less. It's got an engaging upgrade system, decent guns, decent levels, and that's really it. That's all I need for a good multiplayer experience. So I look forward to it being our new game night game that we'll be playing on, I think we're doing Wednesday nights this time. It's always changing, And so I have a group of friends that plays. It's going to be great. There's anywhere from 5 to 10 of us on a given week. It's going to handle that just fine. I'm ready to enjoy Call of Duty. So if you are too, let me know in the comments below. Are you going to buy? Did you already buy? Are you bummed? Are you okay with it? Are you like, you know what, I'm just going to sit the first week out even though I pre-ordered? Let me know what your thoughts are and kind of what your initial impressions are, because I think reviewing a game on week 1 when you're mostly focused on online content is hard. You have to let some time pass. That's when we see if certain guns end up being brokenly good, if certain levels end up being poorly designed. You have to wait for there to be people who can take advantage of those things and kind of ruin it for other people to find out that they're that out of whack. So definitely let me know in the comments section below. My name is Chris with Work to Game. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.
Sup, guys?
Nice shirt.
Oh, man.
You think I could get one like that?
Well, you can get definitely a shirt like this. You can check out the red mage right here. This was a limited run shirt, and we actually have more limited run shirts right now. This month we're focusing in on Dragoon. Other months, who knows? So it depends on when you see this video what the shirt of the month would be. The link is definitely in the description, Chris. So if you want to go, support the channel and actually get something cool to wear and rep the channel, all the more power to you.
I just might do that.
Awesome.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Buy a shirt.